Good luck. Have fun, man. Okay, so let's just keep things relatively standard. So he's Q3, probably going for Chinese. If he plays R5, I'm happy to play K3. Let's just mirror. I'm expecting like R9, in which case I'll probably do N4, K4. Yep, R9. Yeah, N4, K4. And we'll do O17. I'm a cutie's asking if he should mute the stream. It's up to you, man. This isn't like a super serious game or anything, so fine. It's on a delay as well, so if you like constantly wait to hear what I'm thinking, you're gonna lose on time. So okay, so this is a super standard Chinese opening. Like the two options after that are, well, okay, sorry, there's a bajillion options, but the two options that I am comfortable with, because they're the most, traditional and studied, are N4 and O17. I generally like to stick to N4. Black has tons of options now. He can just ignore the right side and go for like C15, or D15, as he's done here. And yeah, anything goes at this point. I'm sure that there's theory, but I don't know it. D12 seems very principled. I'm not that comfortable with the joseki that occur after D12, but I'm betting my opponent's not super familiar with them either, considering that they're some of the more complicated josekis that exist after D12, especially E17. If he plays E17, we get into really tricky areas. The other obvious move is like F15, which I'm more than happy to respond to with G17, or C17, which is what he's done. I'm always happy to see C17, because after C18, he's going to play C16 here. And then I can either do B18 or like E18. I like B18 more, because especially when I have D12 already, it really sort of destabilizes this group. So he usually plays something like C13, and then I can choose to just do the C12 B13 exchange, and then I go F17, and I feel like that's as one-sided a joseki can get in my particular taste. I'd be so down. Okay. That's interesting. So he's sort of probing to see how I respond to C6 before he decides how to proceed on the top left. That's good. I like C8 here. If he goes into the corner, I'm happy to play D3, because that plays really well with K4 and N4, I think. And if he jumps up, F4 also works well with K4 and N4. And just C8 by itself works really well with D12. I'm gonna do this. And the situation is still here. I still have F17. If he gives me Sente, I have C14. I have all sorts of nice options here. Okay. He goes for the double pincer. This is a fascinating position. Sorry, just chatting to the opponent. So many good ideas here. D6 comes to mind. E3 comes to mind. I can do E3, F3. Sorry, E3, F4, D6. D6 serving a dual role of attacking C6 and also attacking F3, F4. Then he can do H4 and probably be okay. And in fact, my stones will be the ones in trouble. If I do D6, what's his most relevant attack against K4? Nothing really, right? Like if I go D6 and he grabs the corner at C3, then C5, D3, H3, that's probably Sente. He plays like F3 or F2 or F4 to stabilize that group, and then I can turn around and grab C14. That's fine. This seems good. I'd be really interested in like a super high level perspective on what to do. Okay, cool. So this is the variation we just read out. The move I read out there was C5, followed by his D3, followed by my H3, but D3 is also an option here, I'm pretty sure, which focuses on attacking F3. In exchange for giving up the corner. Well, I'm giving up the corner anyway, in exchange for giving up more of the side. It's really hard to say what's better. If I go D3, his stones here are no trouble at all. But after H3, no, they probably... Okay, I'm kind of... The more I think about it, the more I like D3 more than C5. It's Super Sente. C5 is Super Sente. Yeah, I like this more. He's gonna go C4, C5, B5 connect. He has to grab like B6 or B7. I can probably grab C2 and Sente at that point. Really like nail the coffin on that. Kill it with like G5. Yeah, this is good. This is just fine. So yeah, if he protects the cut on B6, I think I can get C2 for Sente. And if he protects the cut at B4, then I can just flat out capture C6, which has its own benefits. So yeah, no matter what, this is going to be good for white, I think. So the question is, do I need to dedicate another move? Yeah, okay. So is C2 Sente? That's the question. C2 Hitanukis plays like, I don't know, G5. And then I have B2, he connects. Yeah, that's dangerous for him. I don't know if I need C2 though. I can leave C2, grab G3. He can get E2 sort of in Sente maybe. And then H2 and maybe live. But how bad is that really? I'll have all this thickness. These two, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. The only question is the move G4 or G5? I like G4 a little bit more. For no particular reason. It's just an instinct. Yeah, I'm not sure what black's best option here is. Maybe just ignoring this and, well, okay. Okay, so if I give in and play f5 here, then g3 is kind of threatening, so I preferred going up here. So now if he wants to go g3, I can Hane safely, which I couldn't do if I'd played f5. I really want the Hane at h3 if he plays g3. I'm tentatively okay with these two stones living, if they do live, because they'll be living really, really small, no matter what. Best case scenario for black. And the thickness I'm getting right here, especially with a move like g5, is super valuable, especially with these two stones here. All in all, still happy. Okay. J3. I like the idea of playing light, but I don't think this is a situation where even playing light will work. I think white can just do g3 here and be very happy. Okay, maybe not. If I go g3 and he goes g2, and we do the whole h2, f2, h3 dance, then he goes g2. If I do c2 first, then does that work? Let me read that out. c2. Yeah, probably would work. Okay, so never mind. I do like j3. My best bet is probably g2, e2, a2, k3. So yeah, the good moves still starts with g3. So the idea is if he plays g2 now, which I think he will, then e2 is really good. I think this is going to turn out fine. I'm still at 0 drop frames today. That's really good news. I think the overlay actually reduces the bitrate because there's less stuff to encode where all that black used to be. I mean, where all that black is and other stuff used to be. That's what I'm hoping. E2. Do I have anything to worry about if black plays E2? E2, D2, G2. No, not really anything to worry about there because E3 makes that a false high. I feel like I can probably kill here. We're pretty neck and neck on time. Nice. And let's not forget that the top left situation is still unresolved. So there's still plenty of things to do there, especially around C14. Okay, so he played at c2 instead of d2. It's an interesting decision because it lets me play d2, which removes the agi he had at g2. I'm tempted to say that that was just bad. f3 is now, like, officially dead. Pretty much without hope. So maybe he can save j3. This is such a weird shape. It's like alternating pillars. Maybe there were more precise moves than d2, like maybe f2 was more precise here. I feel like it probably was. But d2 is almost the same thing, and it's a little bit more solid. So I'm happy with it. Okay, so he's abandoning the bottom in exchange for grabbing the c10 point, which is indeed a big point. I could do d10, but I think I like c14 more just to see how he responds. He might respond around e17, which would be fine. I'll settle that position probably in Sente and then turn around and grab d10 then. Yeah, c10 has two ways to go, right? Like he can jump out to e10 and can connect underneath a b8 probably. So it's not really about killing that, it's more about just minimizing the effect of an attack. So I'm just going to grab c14. Maybe c14 is a little bit too violent, a little too aggressive. Maybe like c13 is better because it doesn't allow d14 in Sente. Like he could do d14, c13, e17. And that's certainly not bad for black, I don't think. Okay. We're going for the super violent approach at d13. So I'm okay with c13, c12, d15 break. Yeah, there's all sorts of options there. I was worried about d14, not so much d13. This, I think I'm a-okay with. d14 is a really dangerous move for me. Like if he goes c12 now and I go d14, I worry for black's life. Yeah, there's also, okay, so he's going to cover up that weakness. I'm going to cover up this weakness. He's still got worries with this group. This group has 0 eyes. He'll probably want to grab like e17. And then if I can get d10, then this game is going quite well. Do I like c12 or c10, c11 or c12? The advantage of c11 is that you can respond to e12 with e11. The advantage of c12 but there's an advantage to c12. I think this is just overall better. Okay, he seems much more concerned about the health of the c10 stone than anything else. I think he's hoping for like an f5, f6, e6 cut. If I go c7 now, c7, d8, d9, d9. Let me read out that. Okay, that would be kind of bad. I think I see what he's going for. So if I just do d10 and he goes f5, f5, f6, Atari d5, connect, f2, yeah, I'm fine. So this is fine basically no matter what. If he plays anything other than f5 that threatens to escape those, I can just play f5 then. I'm not worried about any single follow-up. From d7, I'm even okay with d8 giving up the c8 stone. So if he goes d8, yeah, I'm fine under any, yeah, anything's fine here. Okay. Yeah, it feels like black's kind of grasping at any sort of possibility. I think just c9 is enough. c9, do I have to worry about a8? c9, a8, a9, or b9, a9. Sorry. Yeah, this is fine. You can probably get out at a8, but that's totally okay. Especially since I think it affords me c8 and c7 and cente. I think maybe. Okay. Same idea. So I can get this in cente right now. Force like an a7 and then probably grab c7 and cente. Yeah. Which is like everything I wanted. Is there anything that just lets me kill this? No, probably not. That's okay. Shouldn't get too greedy. Yep, that's fine. So I can grab c7 now. He can go e7 if he wants. I can treat like f5 and f2 as miai, and that's probably okay. This is a super strange shape game. Okay, I can do this. Still don't need to worry. f5 it is. Still don't need to worry about d9. Nothing to worry about from e5 anymore. Okay, this is a one game, I think. I can just do this to protect the cut. You can't do e5. We're good. it'll take a lot of effort just to save these 3 stones. There's basically no hope for the bottom anymore. These 3 stones are in danger too. I can basically attack from any direction I want. I like just calmly taking f17 here. There's also something to be said for g10. Yeah, if I go f17, he goes g10. No, that's still fine. I still have like f12. Yeah, I really don't want to do like g10 here and have him play like e17. That would just be miserable. I'm going to take f17. I've wanted that move for about 40 moves now. So I might as well grab it now. So yeah, his most robust move is either f14 or g14, which is what he's played. Now's a good time probably for g10. But I don't need to be that greedy. I'm gonna, do like j16 on a large scale. That requires follow move because g10 is a follow-up to this is super bad. And I can grab like o17 whenever I want. Oh, and I think there's a there's a tactic here. Yeah, there's actually a really cool tactic here. A8 capture. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, there's a cool tactic there. Okay, so he plays g10, which is good for him. O17 is nice. I'm a little worried about the health of this group here, so I'm just gonna go for this now. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for 8 now. Check out this tactic, guys. So if he sees it, he can just play like b4 or whatever. And let me capture with b8, which stabilizes this group. It was probably already stable, but there's no reason not to grab that. And still want o17. I can treat o17 and r14 semi-mi. Just a matter of reducing, making sure this doesn't get too out of hand in f1. The bottom side is huge. I've got this corner. Should be all good. Okay, he's gonna go for the tactic. Maybe he doesn't see it. That's good. Yeah, I mean, like, it's fun to play it out, especially on stream. This comes out to the same thing. Like, the normal move was a10, but this works the same way. D8 does nothing. This exchange was bad for black. Okay. So at any time I can capture at a10 if he connects at a10 and capture here. Do I want to do this? If I go here, he connects there, capture, connect. Okay, no, there's no point. I can just continue on. So 017 is super tempting. Don't really feel like I should be attacking this group right now. Probably better to do 017 first. See what I can make on the top. Yeah, I love mechanical keyboards too. Oh man. There's two of us at the office that have mechanical keyboards and we make more noise than everybody else put together. Sometimes I feel bad for everyone else, but not much. Okay, so he plays Q14, that's good. If I grab O15, and then if I also get P10, I'm in good shape. Yeah. P10's pretty big. I've got R17 for later. If he goes P17, I still have R17. P10 is nice. I think the main question left in this game is to what extent white should think about attacking this giant black group in the center, which is still far from safe. Okay, so this question is coming to a head now with G16. So I can play the safe move at G17 and probably still be winning no matter what. Do I have Komi? I do have Komi. So G17 and I'm probably winning. But he'll probably be safe in go time. Or I can try to be a bit more aggressive, something like this. No, I'm crazy. G17 for sure, for life. I'm very willing to let black live as long as it solidifies my territory along the top and bottom and lets me reduce the right. That's all I really want from that attack. I don't need to kill everything. G17, H17. No, there's nothing to worry about from H17. It'd be nice to get K3 and just to feel super secure about that bottom. Okay. Yeah, so he's in full, like, protect my center mode, which is exactly where I want him to be. I can play P10, but I'm wondering if that's the most severe I can be. Be a little bit more severe with Q10. Just prevent him from playing Q11. I can be even more severe with like R11 or Q11 even. Is Q11 R11 R12 crosscut Atari. Hmm. My stomach is making very strange noises. The other point is that O10. Okay, how about I figure out what I can expect from the top before I decide between all the different approaches down there. Yeah, like this brings things to a head because it threatens both f11 and f13. Yeah, I like this, and I'll probably follow it up after f11. I'll probably follow it up with j14. If I can get a couple more 1-point jumps on each of these columns. Okay, do I need to respond to e11? If he goes d11, I can just capture here. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So how about like this? Yeah, let's do this. We'll just be super aggressive. See if we can force anything. The beauty is you can't play a10, so. Okay, so I can do the cut here. But then I have to deal with h12. Might be better to just... Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for h13 first. I'm not super set on actually maintaining this cut. Not that important. h13, so... Okay. So he doesn't want to let me get that jump there. I pretty much have to do h17 here. If he does j50, maybe I can do h15. No, I can't. Oh, okay, he doesn't do that at all. I'm okay with giving up these 3 stones if he wants to offer that. So if he offers j13, I'm fine. Yeah, okay. So I can just grab j15 now, let him grab j12. Probably grab j12. Then duo 13, I guess. Lots of nice territory, still plenty of reduction points around here. Okay. I think I prefer j12 just because I think black should have played j12 just because that makes k13 not sente. I can do k13 for free now. Yeah, let's grab that while we can. Play O13 next. noises my tummy's making. Okay, so I think now's a good time for Q10. It's sort of the last opportunity to grab a big move like that. Best move for him is probably Q9. Okay, or that. Just gonna force him even lower. He'll probably do R7. Yeah, perfect. If he does Q8, then there's some interesting options with Q11. Because if I go Q11, he goes Q12, then R10 has some bad synergy with Q8. I still have some tactics around B2. Let's not forget that B2 is not totally safe. Okay, so he doesn't go for Q8, which is for the best, I think. Still has to worry about R10 though. Yeah, might as well grab R10 now. He can't do he can't do S10. Because S9 Atari, S11 Atari. So he has to choose one of these. Doesn't really matter which one, I think they're both good. Is it too late for R17? It's probably too late for R17. I really don't want to do the whole R17, Q17, Q18 thing. Because if he gets P18 and Sente, then he can do more damage with like N19 than I gained. So I'm not going to do that. Now's a good time for this. When he goes to S9, okay, he's not going to go to S9, he's going to let me capture. This is Sente. So massive reduction here. Very happy about that. Still have a move there. Okay, he's preventing R17 forcefully. This is fine. Also Sente. And okay. So I think if I just grab O3 now, the game's basically over. O3 is the biggest move left on the board. These stones are no danger because I still have S7. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab O3. And this is an almost certain victory, I think. Unless he can pull out some miracle with J3, but it doesn't seem like he's even gonna try for that. Okay, so he's gonna go for an attack here maybe, but he has to worry about S7. So if he defends S7 now, then I can get out easily. I have O6. He can't really cut at P7 because after P7, P6, cut at Q6. I have the net at O9. So we're gonna be fine here no matter what. Okay, so now he's going for the miracle with J3. Obvious move is J4, but maybe I can do K5, and then if he connects at J4, I go here. You know, that probably works, but I don't want to risk it. This is enough to win, I think. Okay, maybe he's going for making a territory in the center. Unfortunately, I think there's too many open points, and he's just letting me solidify my territory. Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be a strategy. Lots of good counterplay here. L12 is an interesting move. If he tanukis and I play H11, he captures, then A11 is super threatening. So he can't tanuki, he has to play. No, I'm not super concerned about that. J6 or K6 are important moves, I think. Maybe even H6. Yeah, let's stick with K6. It seems safer. I don't think he wants to step into L5. Yeah, he seems to be basing his plan around the center territory, which just seems too. Has request an undo? Yeah, of course. Yep, happens to me all the time. Okay, he is gonna walk into L5. If I go here, he has to do J6. At which point I can just connect. Sure. So I think his plan is J6, and then after L6, he wants to cut at L4. But it's not gonna work. But he has no choice but J6 now. There's something here with G2. No, there isn't, because no, there's nothing there. Yeah, especially since I've seen one in Sente. Yeah, there's no hope here. Okay. Should I just do this first? No. Play it safe here. And now I'm the one who has a chance of a central territory, if anyone. Especially if I can figure out a way to grab e6-ish in Sente. Possibly, is q6 threatening anything? q6 to nuke r5. Yeah, it totally is. It's interesting. Okay, if I go here and he goes e5, no, I'm not in danger at all because e6 connect. Yeah, so this is totally fine. I think it would be safe even if I didn't have this tactic here, but I do. I have the e6 f7 cut just G. Okay, so he's just preventing. Okay, so I can do J7 and Sente for now. I like the fact that this is Sente. Okay, so let's just do that real quick. Force h6. And then maybe grab p6, cut. Oh, okay, he's just giving that up. So I guess now's a good time for that. I should probably give up any hopes of making a center territory, but I obviously still cherish hopes of ruining central territory for black, and I think that dream is highly achievable. Okay, and he's gonna connect that up anyway. That was a good exchange for him. That was good for black. I should have, yeah, should I have grabbed S7 first? Maybe. But now this is kind of a big deal. Yeah, now there's plenty of ways for white to make some central territory. It feels like black's just adding more to the pot here. Like just sweetening the deal for white. I'm not sure that these stones have much of a future. I can just push these until they hit J7. Or maybe not that far, maybe just here. Yeah, this seems fine. All sorts of interesting tactics with those 7. I want to say that this is the nail in the coffin. But maybe I'm just missing something. This is pretty try. Okay, and black resigns. Yeah, I think white's too far ahead.